On 1st and 10, Winston. That's to the former Bronco. Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Lamb. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And Lamb took his game a step further a season ago with career highs in yards, touchdowns, and catches. 135, the most in the league. He wears number 80.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with an acrobatic catch. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Winston. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Eric Kendricks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Nice move by Lewis. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
1st half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
And he's got this down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Out quickly to Judy. Well, that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now Winston. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll throw again. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Cowboys defense. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. Prescott to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A running play. It's Dowdle. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. The 1st down throw for Winston. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Play action now, Winston. And that is taken in by Njoku. Look at the big man rumble. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Play fake. Winston. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now. 3rd and goal. Winston. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And they'll send Judy in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Winston. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final. Scott, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Jameis now on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down, Winston. Open man, that's Tillman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't... hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the red zone now, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore from 6 yards away. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Play action now, Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Winston readies the offense. Down by 15. A minute 52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Completes to Njoku. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Winston. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd down, here's the option. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, 1 behind the all-time record of 5. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now third down and very long. One last shot now for Winston. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week one and week two. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
The players on your team.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Dak Prescott.
Two teams here fresh off week one victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 81 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the right side, complete to Miller. Touchdown, Saints. Kendre Miller. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Prescott on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To the air again, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A gain of 22. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
It got his man complete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 60. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Kamara up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on 3rd down. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams all tied after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And room there to work it inside the 25. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Kamara fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott now. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Cooks with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Cooks on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the... Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Complete to Likely. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defense. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, it's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. Now Carr again. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The point after, good by Groupie. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Forced out to his left. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, it just envelops it and brings it in.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A man who started collegiately in state at TCU, it's Kendre Miller. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They run. It's Kamara. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Inside handoff now, Miller. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, Kamara, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 4 yards here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Again, it's Kamara. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. A give. This is Kamara. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Dak. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Aubrey now for the PAT. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football, and they remain down by a point.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as one on this one. And one was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for two there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
An excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for New Orleans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will
today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 3.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Now Lewis selects to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Play one, and Prescott to the air. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. A first down throw for Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. From the red zone now, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Dowdle diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now an option play on second down. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Jordan Stout now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action now, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down. Now Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's third down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was
extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Prescott yet again. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw is Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson now. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They run the option here on 1st and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Finds his man. It's Kohler. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Jackson, options out left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
That is caught by Lamb. This now a 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 3rd and 5.
3 down. Under 10. 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Aguilar. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deontay Hardy. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now Lewis selects to return it. And able to take first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Breaks through the contact. So we have come to halftime here and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Henry again on second down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now we look now at their selections from this last draft. And, Charles, one thing that they were just unanimous in telling us is that they had their eyes on certain guys. They didn't think that they would get all of them, but they feel like they pretty much got everyone that they wanted. That's a rarity.
They never took their hand to the rest of the league either, Brandon, because what they did was they had the guys that they targeted, kept it close to the vest. They did have a few tense moments in the draft room, though, waiting for those guys to fall to them because they really didn't go after them. And that's part of the allure of the draft to so many viewers. Chess matches playing out between 32 teams. And this one, they feel...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Down the left sideline. CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up a 1st and goal from very short range.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They run here with Dowdle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson options out left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the gun, Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, what a catch there by Flowers. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Back now in Arlington. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in
touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convinced? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And brought down but able to get it to their 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Jackson on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Right side and caught by Kohler. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Deontay Hardy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle, 36 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to